Hey guys, Dr. K, real quick, little garage tour. Behind me, the M5 CS, one of our favorite cars, topping over 30,000 miles. We've taken this one on a couple of road trips. Probably one of the best driving cars that I've ever driven. Really enjoy it. I'm even starting to like the bucket seats. Next to that is the Rolls-Royce Ghost. It's that gorgeous purple with the black interior. Tundra, which we take back and forth from here to Arizona. Love the color. The army green is just beautiful. We lifted it up a little bit. Did some four-wheeling on this with Michael when we were in Arizona. Really had a blast and really comfortable to drive across country. Two of my favorites. I shouldn't say favorites, but I do love driving the M2 CS. It is a lot of fun, and I think I mentioned the other day, as long as you have road ahead of you. If you're on the open country roads, going west towards DeKalb, great car, really, truly fun. And then one of my all-time favorites, the Pista, just so classic. You know, the Ferrari lines on this, the color, you get it out into the sun, gorgeous color, the stripes. Again, we did this blue and yellow to go ahead and actually commemoratize our Ukrainian heritage, but really one of our favorite cars. And then a couple other cars in a couple other spots. The AMG GT is in Florida, the SLS is in Arizona, along with the 993, the G80, and the E92. We did spec out a car just the other day that should be coming shortly that we're excited about, and that's what we have so far.
As you guys just heard from Dr. K, her and my dad, I don't know why I call him Dr. K all the time, I guess just kind of a habit. Yeah, that's a garage update for the summertime or whatever. Kind of interesting to see how the lineup changes over the years. We've had so many different cars over time. We just got back home here from a family event, unfortunately, a funeral actually, which was really unfortunate, but all the family was together, which was obviously a great thing. Going to be doing some studying right now, but I think first things first, we're going to take a little nap. I've been up super late last night, was up early this morning, and I think I need a nap. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get back into studying, and then maybe hit the gym later, do some other stuff. So you guys will just kind of come with us and I don't know, continue on with these vlogs. It seems like the last one did well, so we're gonna keep doing it.
Here. Remember yesterday we looked at the pool, it was cloudy. We were talking about just like having a cloudy mind. You give it a little bit of chemicals, give it a little bit of rest. Now we gotta vacuum the bottom. But at least it's not cloudy.
Is this all the chlorine tablets?
Yeah.
Leo, what do you think? You wanna go swimming? We're going to play some tennis. I've actually been playing with my coach for almost 20 years now, which is insane. His son played college tennis and a little bit of pro tennis as well, and he's just an amazing coach. One of my favorite things on the M5 CS and really any of the new modern M's is you have the M1 and you have the M2 modes, which allow you to kind of configure the car the way that you want it to be. So M2 mode right now is configured with four-wheel drive sport, traction control off, and while this thing needs probably new tires here relatively soon, almost 36,000 miles. We've obviously replaced the tires many times before that. It's just a lot of fun. I love this car so much. I feel like the V8 in this car, and you step on it and it's quick for sure. Also, one of the craziest things in my opinion is the Nürburgring edged onto the headrest with just the carbon fiber race buckets all throughout the cabin. Then you obviously have CS on the dash too, which is just so cool. The M2 CS also has that, which is awesome. Day 2 here, welcome back. It is a beautiful day here. I feel like summertime in Chicago just really can't get better. On the way right now to grab some coffee and then study all day. We're gonna be going to the city later tonight to actually meet one of my really good friends from medical school.
Just going to see if I can fix the pool cleaner. No one in the United States will fix this pool cleaner. So we've got a new project. We'll be going for a new pool cleaner. So as you just heard from my dad, the new project is the pool cleaner. The pool's open now, but the cleaner is essentially an underwater tank. It works on these tracks essentially, and one of the tracks is busted. So apparently nobody in the United States fixes it, but I think my dad and I will be able to fix it. We just have to kind of
do some creative maneuvering with it for sure. Right now we're on the way to grab some coffee from Corico Coffee here in St. Charles. I believe it's not a chain. I believe it's just like a local shop. I always like to try to support local as much as possible. Got a lot of studying to do today. Biochem to finish, got some pharmacology to get through, and then maybe start some more path stuff today. As I was saying yesterday, I love the BMW's setup, right? They have M1 and M2 on only one side of the steering wheel here. I love how you can configure which one you want. So M1's a little bit less aggressive here. We're in M2 already. So again, we have, Sport Plus, sport handling, a little bit, peppier exhaust note, and then you can kind of see it right here, right? You have suspension, you have RPMs, you have, steering, etc. And then you obviously have traction control completely off, or just dynamic stability control off. I never record in places, but we got our coffee.
All the cars need a bath. We already called Dylan from Dynamic Detailing. I don't know how they got dirty. It's been raining the last couple of days. I think that's what did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a cup of coffee with Michael. We're working in the pool, so I apologize. Met Gala attire.
Behind the scenes of cars and coaching. We usually do these for Instagram, but Dr. K is driving the M2 CS right now. We're about to record a little episode here, so.
Hey guys, Dr. K in the M2 CS, doing a little cars and coaching. And we spent a lot of time talking about being optimistic versus pessimistic. And by being optimistic, you're going to be able to do better than if you're pessimistic. But it's very important to be optimistic, but also have that ability to be realistic. So it's realistic optimism. And what do I mean by that? Listen, I'm 62 years old. I'm not going to be the center on the Chicago Bulls or the Chicago Blackhawks. So I could be optimistic all I want. That isn't going to happen. So you want to be optimistic, but it has to be within the realm of realism. Just made it to the coffee shop, so we're going to go ahead and take a little walk downtown St. Charles.
All right, coffee secured.
Continuing on the realistic optimism, I think that's very important, and I want to make sure that people understand that I'm not saying don't make your goal a reach goal, something that's out of the realm now, but you could attain. So for example, and this is not being disrespectful to people that need to lose weight, because I could stand to lose a couple pounds as well, which is what I'm working on. But if, for example, you were 500 pounds and you said in a month I'm going to weigh 190, that's not realistic. It's just not there, right? So you have to have a goal that's realistic or attainable. There's something called SMART goals, right? S-M-A-R-T, right? It should be specific, so crystal clear as to what you want. It should be measurable, so the only way you're really going to know if you're moving towards your goals is if you could actually measure it and see the progress. It should be attainable, it should be realistic, and it should be time-bound. So that's the piece of realism, but I don't want to dampen anyone and have them not reach for a stretch goal, but there's a difference between stretching and not being realistic whatsoever.